What is up, world? You are in tune to the Know It All podcast. As always, here on this Sunday afternoon, man, a great Sunday afternoon in football. And you got your man, your player partner with you, Big G. Big G, what's popping, man? How you doing?
Man, I'm as blue as my shirt, man. I'm tired of Pittsburgh, man. I'm tired. Man, I don't know what to do. So I got the blues right now, man. That's why I'm in all blue.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna tell you, it's one of them things where I hate it because I was watching the game and you could see some of the things. And Tony Romo actually is a great announcer, and he said it, man. He can make the throws, but he can't extend the plays. That's bad. Hey, Big Tate, what's up, man? How you doing? You rocking with us, man? How you doing?
What's up, man? I got on a darker shade of blue than Big G do, man. And he can't make the throws, man. He missed 2 touchdown passes to Juju. He missed a critical first down. It was wide open to Deontay Johnson. They could have changed field position and maybe kept points off the board for Green Bay. So I wasn't ready to blame it on Ben last week, but this week it's on Ben.
Ben got to get it. He just got to get it, man. And definitely, man, we're going to get into more sports talk. But before we get into that, we're going to get into this. Here we go. Man, and listen, once again, like I said, you got to know it all, your mans. And we here, college football weekend was, whew. And listen, we went and we had a preview, and Big G, I'm having some internet problems, but, Big G wasn't confident enough to say it on camera that it was, upset weekend. And we can't give him credit for it. But he kind of hinted around that he felt that it was upset weekend. And man, it really was. It really
Ladies
was.
and gentlemen, do not buy what Ahmad is talking about. I was having technical difficulties. I told him before on air, I felt it coming. I felt it was upset Saturday. I felt that the rankings was going to get shook up. I just didn't have an opportunity to share it with you. But I called it.
Yeah, you didn't stand on it. You didn't it's not on tape. So because it's not on tape, it ain't visual, and you didn't stand on it. I asked you, I said, hey, Big G, are you willing to go out on a limb and say that it is upset Saturday? No, I kind of feel it, but I don't know. I kind of feel it, but I don't know.
From the time I talked to you on the phone, by the time I walked down in the basement, I was ready to go. It's just that the internet in Ohio is acting a donkey right now.
Okay, I can give you that. And me and Tate, on the show, on the pre-show, we talked about it, man. And man, I gotta say, Arkansas, you let me down. Arkansas let me down. They let me down big time. But we did call Cincinnati, and we gotta review the tape. Tate called Cincinnati way back when, so his kind of supersedes mine. But I said Cincinnati was gonna beat Notre Dame. How you feel about that, Tate? Watching that game and knowing that you called that one right.
Man, it don't surprise you that I call stuff right, man. I call stuff right all the time. You also probably gotta give me credit. I told you about Oregon and Stanford too.
You did call that.
Remember I brought up David Shaw and said Stanford a tough out at the crib?
You did say that. You did absolutely say that. And my youngster down there, Elijah Higgins, Austin, Texas, Bowie native, caught the game-winning touchdown, or the touchdown and sent it in overtime. You know what I'm saying? Definitely ATX is making ripples all across the nation, man. These are big-time receivers. It was 5 of them and all 5 of them playing for big programs: Illinois, Baylor, Ohio State, and you see the one at Stanford made a big difference. Elijah Higgs.
Which speaks volumes about Texas Longhorns because they ain't got none of them.
Well, no, not at the time. I mean, it is what it is. You know, there are many different reasons why those kids didn't choose, you know, to play for the Texas Longhorns. And I mean, you know, we can start with Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's family's from Columbus, so he loved Columbus. He was going to go to Ohio State. That's what that was. You know, Stanford is a better look educationally, so that's why Elijah went to Stanford from Bowie.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, and then you got my guy that went to Illinois. He just loved football up north. So it is what it is. I mean, you can't get everybody, but speaking of the Longhorns, Bijan Robinson, like I said, Bijan Robinson is a Heisman Trophy candidate. And he showed that yesterday in the win in Texas' win over TCU. He had 215 yards, 35 carries. He had 118 yards on 18 carries in the first half. He just, you know, continued to be a workhorse. And that type of durability for a college back is impressive. What you guys think about that, man? I won't start with Tate because Tate is over here, you know, looking like I'm a homer, but I'm telling you.
I'm just trying to wonder why we even talk about a team that ain't in the top 25, man. We got a new top 25 out.
And guess who's in that top 25?
Yeah, I think Texas jumped in. Texas
was they in there like 20,
number 18
maybe?
Texas number 18 right now, sir.
Number 18.
Yeah, they jumped in. They jumped in.
I missed that. My bad.
Yeah. I mean, you know, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. You've heard me say it, and I continue to say it again. Oh, I'm sorry, they're 21 in AP. 21 in AP. I get it right. 21.
You know, with Texas, this is the deal, though, bro. And I'm gonna be honest. It's all on this week, man. If Bijan Robinson has an outstanding game against Oklahoma, he can challenge the front runner, the clear front runner for the Heisman Trophy, Bryce Young from the University of Alabama quarterback.
They had a guy at Ole Miss, the quarterback at Ole Miss. They have him right now.
Ole Miss just got beat down by Bama. So he stands no chance to be in a Heisman. Right now, the clear front runner for the Heisman Trophy is Bryce Young, the quarterback of Alabama. It's not even close. But if Bijan Robinson has an outstanding game against Oklahoma, 100-plus yards, 1 or 2 touchdowns, and Texas beats Oklahoma, then you could talk about maybe the kid's in the run for the Heisman. Maybe. We'll see.
I agree. He has to do it prime time, definitely. So, but let's start with Alabama, man. Give me your thoughts on Alabama.
I think Alabama's the second best team in the country.
Oh,
because I think the Georgia Bulldogs are the number 1 team in the country. I mean, you don't have a shutout against Arkansas, the number 8 team in the country. No top 10 team should be shut out by no team. So I think Georgia has a couple of shutouts this year. That defense is the best in the nation. I think they'll give Bryce Young problems when they play in the SEC championship.
Well, they play in the regular season, Tate. Did you know that?
No, obviously I didn't.
Yeah, Georgia and Bama. In about 5 weeks, Georgia and Bama get it in.
That's a power. That's juggernauts going on.
Is it in Tuscaloosa or is it in Athens?
It's in the hedges in Athens, Georgia. It's in the hedges.
So I can see Georgia being a 3-point favorite then, even when that game time is come.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Hey, Ma, you know, I don't wait till the moment. I'm out in front of things. So just like I told you about Cincinnati, I'm telling you about this right now, about Georgia being a 3-point favorite at home against Alabama in 4 or 5 weeks when that ever happened.
Love it.
Hey, listen, I like Georgia. I'm not gonna say I don't. I think Alabama's still a better team. However, Georgia's got some serious tests 3 of the next 4 weeks, including a pissed off Florida Gator team that's going to show up and show out because they lost to Kentucky. And they got to play Auburn this week in Auburn after Auburn goes into LSU and wins for the first time since 1999.
Thanks, Chris. I knew what I was talking about, man.
I need for you to check your facts.
Yeah,
no, they
man.
do play in the regular.
No, they don't, man.
We'll
That's my dude. We used to work together, Chris. He's a huge UGA fan. He know everything about Georgia. If he say they don't play in the regular season, they don't play in the regular season.
Hey, I'm listening. I love for
I'm
the
looking just to make sure.
You don't need to look, Big G. Chris just told you.
I love for the listeners to call in and communicate with the KnoItAllz because hey, sometimes
they don't play. Georgia's got Auburn, Kentucky, Florida. Next 3 games. Next 3 games. Georgia at Auburn, Kentucky at home, at Florida. Next 3 games.
Let me ask y'all a question. And Chris, I'm glad you're here because you're a Georgia fan. Let me ask you a question. Are you guys concerned about that Kentucky game at all?
They ain't concerned about it, man. That's a tough gauntlet of games. You know, he actually texted me last night and said they're going to embarrass Auburn. He said they all going to be blowouts.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, I don't know. The issue that I have with Georgia, and I'm just going to be honest, they have the #1 defense in the country. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. However, I ain't so sure about that quarterback position. I'm not so sure.
You know,
and I don't.
Man, JT Downs is going to come back.
Yeah, he's coming back. He just couldn't go this week, but he's coming back, and that's somebody you can be sure of. You can hang your hat on that young man.
Kirby Smart said he's going to be out a few weeks, and like I said, they played 3 tough games in a row. Auburn, Kentucky, Florida.
Florida could be tough. Auburn, I don't know. Auburn, I know is not tough. Kentucky, I'm not sold.
What he said, combined points scored on Georgia in those 3 is going to be 30 total? Oh, no way. No way, man. No way.
He also said that he don't need a quarterback. They have 5 backs. They do have a stable of running backs. That is true. That is true. So, man, listen. So next we have in the rankings, we have Iowa and Penn State and Cincinnati. Out of those 3, who are you more impressed with? Iowa number 3, Penn State number 4, Cincinnati number 5. Out of those, you guys, who are you more impressed with?
The tail's gonna be in the tape this week because Penn State goes to Iowa on Saturday. That's the primetime game of the year so far. Penn State at Iowa, number 3 versus number 4, and I get this. The only thing about Penn State that scares me. I'm not sold on their quarterback Clifford. All the rest, as far as defense, I would say they maybe have the 2nd best defense in the country behind Georgia. Their defense is stout. But that Clifford guy at quarterback, he scares me, man. Sometimes he plays like a deer in the headlights. So Iowa could cause some problems. You know,
what say me, man, is I can't even tell you the name of Iowa's quarterback. What's his name, Big G?
Man, I couldn't tell you the name of him. I couldn't. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know.
Their quarterbacks are so nondescript, but man, I'm gonna tell you, if you have a veteran in that system, they're gonna punish you. They are gonna punish you. And all I know is he's big. The second string quarterback was really little compared to him standing up. The first string quarterback is huge. You know,
of those 3 teams you mentioned, the one that I'm sold on the highest is Penn State.
Yeah.
Even over Cincinnati?
Even over Cincinnati.
Wow.
I mean, I got Cincinnati the number 4 team, you know, in the college football playoffs. I have them ranked number 5 in my personal rankings right now. I think they're ranked number 5 in the AP too. But yeah, I got Penn State and Iowa 3 and 4. Penn State ahead of Iowa.
Is Cincinnati the best team in the state of Ohio?
Yeah, I said that yesterday.
No, but go ahead. I mean, I disagree.
Big G, man, I'm flying the same banner as you, bruh. But hey, sometimes you gotta be realistic, man.
No.
Wow. So at 6, 7, and 8, you have Oklahoma, Ohio State, and you have Oregon. I'm a little confused at how Oregon can still be ranked that high. I think they should have fallen below Michigan and BYU. But what you guys think?
Man,
Well,
Stanford is a good loss. I'm not a good loss, but I mean it's not a bad loss. I mean it's a perennial Pac-10 power. It's at home. David Shaw's a hell of a coach, you know, and they got some players. You know what I mean?
yeah.
So now Oregon kind of gave that game away late, but you know, I mean, and then when Thibodeau got ejected. That's one thing I'm tired too of, man, is this ejection in the college football for
Well,
targeting,
okay.
man.
So, okay, let's talk about that for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I think the targeting rule is good. I think it just needs to be levels to it, right? There shouldn't be if you leave with the crown of your helmet and you use force and you launch, ejection. But if you just make a good football hit and happen to make connection, 15-yard penalty, you get to continue to play. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
I agree.
I think
There should be targeting 1, targeting 2. Targeting 2 should be an injection. Targeting 1, 15, and keep playing. I totally agree with that, man. Totally agree.
yeah, because it's like when you're taking some things are just football plays, man. Sometimes you just make football play, and in the process of making a football play, you may accidentally hit somebody in the face. It just happens, right? I don't think if it's malicious, get him out of there. Get him out of there for a couple of games. Nobody should be trying to hurt anybody, but we should be trying to punish you. That's football. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Well,
What you
Thibodeau,
say,
you know,
Joe?
Thibodeau's got to sit out the first half of the next game, man. So we're going to see if Oregon can bounce back. They play Cal, so it's not going to be like a rough game. But, you know, we'll see if they bounce back.
Oh
You
yeah,
know?
now you made me think it too. So I can go ahead and kind of pat myself on the back again. I also pick Arizona State over UCLA. I'm just saying.
You
Hey,
did pick. You did
Herm
pick.
Edwards, I would never bet against the guy. And
You
Herm
did
Edwards
pick.
has got a great quarterback. He's got
I'm
a
gonna
great
tell you.
quarterback.
I'm gonna tell you something, you guys. So we got 9-10 is
Oh, hey, Tate.
Michigan.
Oh, no, Mod, let me say this before we go on. Oklahoma is a pretender. Out of the 6, 7, and 8, Oklahoma is a pretender. And I think the Longhorns pop Oklahoma this week. I'm calling it right
I
now.
think Oklahoma takes at least 2 more losses this year. At least, and I'm talking about at least. I think Baylor may get them. I
Iowa
honestly
State gonna get them.
I think Iowa State's gonna get them. You know what I mean?
And
And
Oklahoma State might be the
y'all
best
could
team
get
in the
them.
12.
and I think we probably will get them. I'm just not gonna sit on that island just yet. I'm not gonna sit there. I'm not gonna say that just yet because there's
You
some
just said
old.
it. You just said we probably will.
Yeah, but I'm probably is more
He hedging
is
his
not
bets, Tate.
definitely.
He
You
ain't
know what I
betting.
mean?
He ain't betting no way. So he mean what he say. He ain't finna say I ain't gonna say that. I ain't gonna put no money on it yet because he ain't gonna put no money on it regardless.
Listen, like I said, you know, we'll get into that in a minute. We got Michigan State at 11, Oklahoma State at 12. We got Arkansas at 13, Notre Dame at 14, Coastal Carolina at 15, Kentucky at 16, Ole Miss 17, Auburn 18, Wake Forest, wow, Wake Forest at 19, Florida fell back to 20, Texas climbed up to 21, Arizona State 22, NC State 23, SMU, who's that trap game for Cincinnati for me, is number
Blowout.
24, and San Diego State finishes
Straight
out
blowout.
at 25.
Blowout.
It's a
Cincinnati.
trap game,
Hey,
man.
listen, the quarterback for Cincinnati could win the Heisman Trophy.
Ritter.
He
Okay,
could
so
win the Heisman. He's not.
let
If
me,
I had to vote today, he's number 2.
let me tell you why, know it all listeners, why I say that that's a trap game. One,
Because SMU is in Texas.
there's always a game at the end of the year that Cincinnati just gives it up for no reason, no reason at all. It's always find me something.
When they do it last year? When they do it last year?
They implode at the end of the game. They'll make it closer than it should be, or they'll lose it. This SMU
When did they do it last year?
hold on. This SMU team is full of athletes. Are they? I think this team is better than y'all guys know, but they're full of DFW and Houston athletes that are super duper
What's
fast.
DFW?
Dallas, Fort Worth, Arlington.
No, I mean I use my context clues. I knew that. I just wanted to make him say it.
Yeah, no, I mean I tell you what it is. I'm not ashamed to tell you that Texas, Florida, and California have the best athletes. And period, point blank. Argue me, at me. It doesn't matter.
You got to put Georgia in there too, man.
Georgia.
And I wouldn't leave out Virginia either. I wouldn't leave out Virginia as far as where athletes as well.
You know why? Just only because y'all the biggest. Y'all got like 40 million people.
I mean, does it matter? Does it matter at all?
What does matter about Texas is that the climate doesn't change. And just like Florida, those kids get an opportunity to play sports all year round. That makes a difference.
It does. Now that does make a difference. I'll give you that. So that wraps up our college 25 top 25.
No, I got one more thing to say. Everybody you named outside the top 11 don't even matter. None of them have a chance to make it to the playoffs. So Michigan State 5-0 at number 11. Everybody ahead of them is of the 4 teams. It's going to be out there top 11. Nobody outside the top 11 right now will play themselves up.
Michigan State is the most dangerous team in the Big Ten. It's the game. I know the Buckeye fans have circled Penn State in a couple of weeks, but Michigan State is the most dangerous team in the Big Ten.
So let me ask y'all this. In the event that Notre Dame wins out, they don't get back.
No, they don't get in.
In the event,
because if Notre Dame went out, then Cincinnati already beat them. The expectations for Cincinnati to win out. So Notre Dame can't play themselves back into that.
Correct.
So say Cincinnati loses, are they back?
They have an opportunity.
Okay, so there are 2 teams for me that I can't say without a shadow of a doubt. It's a lot of football left, and that's Notre Dame and Kentucky. Kentucky keep winning. They could easily climb themselves in there, and Kentucky's ranked number 16 right now.
But Kentucky's undefeated, right?
Yeah, undefeated.
But that's what I'm saying. The expectation is Kentucky's not going to go undefeated.
Right.
That's the expectation.
They about to lose in 2 weeks. If they don't lose next week, I don't know who they play.
I thought they were going to lose to Florida. Stranger things can happen, Tate. Stranger things can happen. You know what I mean? So that wraps up our top 25, man. Let's talk about pro vaccinations in the NBA. Let's get on that before we get to the NFL. Man, this is a hard thing, man. When you start to think about the rules, 95% of the NBA is already vaccinated, right? 95%. The refs are vaccinated. They have to be. That's in their contract. All of the personnel that works in the actual stadium have to be vaccinated as well. But the NBA Players Association has rejected mandatory vaccinations for the NBA players. But now the NBA is saying they will fine you. You won't get paid for the game in which you missed because you're not vaccinated. And the Golden State Warriors, and there's another team too, they have gathering rules to where if it's a big enough gathering, everybody in that spot has to be vaccinated. Is it New York? So you have to have a vaccine.
Brooklyn Nets. Yeah.
Brooklyn and New York.
There are people who are going to miss home games. Andrew Wiggins. You got Kyrie Irving.
Right now, Kyrie Irving, yeah.
Yeah, that's going to miss home games because of the simple fact that they have said, now, they've wrote it in the contract saying that if it's against their religious views or standpoints, definitely they can't get them, for not being vaccinated there. So I don't know if someone like Kyrie Irving will, definitely contest that. But here's my deal. just real quick, and then I'll let you guys chime in as well. I see that it's their job. I see that, if you worked at the state, um, you would have to get a vaccination, and that would be something that you would have to do. I see, if you work at Jack in the Box, and that they say, hey, you got to get vaccinated. You just got to get vaccinated or not work there. You're Kyrie Irving, and you are a professional basketball player, and you're going to lose $300,000 a game. I mean, if you want to die on that island, and that's something that you stand firmly about, and in my opinion, it should be left up to the person. It should be. I get how everyone is trying to definitely get it to where people are not dying and things are not happening, but I mean, that is that person's body, man. I mean, if they choose to do it, they choose to do it. If they don't, they don't. And in this case, the NBA is kind of, tightening the screws on the players, and they're like, hey, either get vaccinated or you're going to lose money. What do you think about this, Tate?
Man, I understand the individual decision, personal decision, but I also think that that a lot of these guys say they're not getting a vaccination. They want to know more about it. They want to do some research. They want to know what's in it, all kind of stuff like that. When okay, I'm okay with that. Well, since you have a platform, tell us what you learning. I mean, educate me, and and not no conspiracy theories. Educate me on what you're finding out. Are you really researching it? Or are you really just using that for an excuse? And I think there should be a certain level of personal responsibility to the community and to your fellow citizen, man. You know what I mean? This pandemic has killed over 700,000 people, man. You know what I mean? It's a serious thing, and these athletes, if they tear ACL or have a any kind of athletic injury, they listen to the medical professionals. Well, we recommend surgery, we recommend that. What's different on this? You know what I mean? Were they kids and not saying, hey, I don't want to get the measles vaccination or the smallpox vaccination because I don't know what's in it. You know what I mean? This whole thing has just had blown up and really been made like more or less political and kind of like a cultural divide where you got people on both sides of the fence. But really, I mean, if we just being, thoughtful and just for the community, man, just for the greater public, we so I think the NBA players with their platform should be models. You know what I mean? That's my personal preference,
Big G, what you think, man? Talk to us.
A lot of what Kevin says, I agree with. But I will say this: I think that the issue about vaccinations has divided our country even more than it was already divided. It's on racial lines, it's on political lines. It has nothing to do with the science. It's got nothing to do with gathering the information to be able to ensure that you are doing something that's going to protect you and protect your family from actually dying. And I can speak to this wholeheartedly because I've had COVID, right? And I didn't get the vaccination until after July of 2021. So now me and my whole family are vaccinated, right?
When did you have COVID?
I was diagnosed with COVID October 27th of 2020. I had COVID-like symptoms for almost 31 days.
So the vaccination wasn't even available when you got COVID.
Correct. And there was some hesitancy from me and my family based on efficacy information that we received from our medical doctor concerning antibodies in our system to be able to fight COVID off versus getting the vaccination. But when that time passed and once we consulted with our medical doctor, the issue was, okay, it's time for us to move forward with getting the vaccination, right? Now, that's my one point. And like I said, it's racial and it's political. But on the other side of this, I will say this, and this is just how I feel. Kyrie Irving is a professional basketball player. He works in the private sector of the United States of America. It's not a public job, right? Which means that, just like most things, he has an option and or an opportunity to be able to make astronomical amounts of money to help and better his family and better his friends, and really, from what Kyrie say, help his community. So if that's the case, Kyrie, you need to go get a COVID shot. Andrew Wiggins, you need to go get a COVID shot. Because on one hand, on your platform, where you're saying that because Kyrie's really supposed to be this pro-social, help my community, all whatever else. Well, because you have a narrative or maybe an agenda, or who really knows, because I've never spoke to the man. I think that he needs to be responsible and move forward with getting a vaccination.
So I get all of that, and I agree. I concur. Let's read one of the comments. It said, I feel if they expect the fans
who's the comment from?
I'm going to say that. I feel that if they expect for them to come to their games, they must be willing to do whatever they can to make the arena safe. That's Miss Lorraine Pitts that said that. I agree both ways. I see both sides of the coin. I do. And I totally, I had COVID. I just got over COVID, which is why you hear the raspiness in my voice still. And I wouldn't wish that on my worst enemy. And I'll say it like this, I've got friends and family that have actually perished and died away from COVID as well.
Yeah.
Brothers that I love, are gone now from COVID. So when you look at the issue, I agree with what G said. It shouldn't be an issue that divides us. It should be something that we can come together and reason. And I do understand where Kyrie wants to stand, but he's so, I don't know. It's what Tate said. If you're doing your research, which you should have been and did by now, right? Tell us what you found, why you don't want to do it. Tell us what's the big reason. If there's some huge thing that we're all missing, please share that with us, because I think that would help and that would ease everybody else's mind on your decision. Because like it or not, you are a role model. But
let me say this too. Kyrie Irving is a multi-millionaire, which means that he has access to resources that common folk like me and you don't have. So he's got the best of everything, best medical, best everything. He eats right, nutrition right. He has all this stuff. So he could probably get access to medicines that we could never get our hands on. So that's even more of a reason why I feel that these professional athletes, guys like Andrew Wiggins, guys like Kyrie Irving should do it. You have access to resources, man.
I get it. I totally get it.
Two things real quick.
Mm-hmm.
Kyrie Irving is the Kanye West of the NBA. So they're just a different dude.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I get it.
And the other thing is one know-it-all that hasn't had COVID yet. This guy. And I say yet, I don't mean like I'm gonna get it, but I got the vaccination as soon as I could back in March of this year, 2021. And and I have a pre-existing condition. I'm going through renal failure.
Yeah.
But I still take precautions. I wear my mask anytime outside the house.
Yeah.
That's a good point. That's a good point, Tate. That's what I'm telling. Like, just because you get the vaccination don't mean you won't get COVID.
It definitely don't mean you don't get it. But what
got really sick. But it's one of those things that I think is preemptive, and I can see why people would do it.
But what the doctors say, if you do get it, you got 11 times likely more to live than you do if you get it and you didn't have the vaccination.
Correct.
Yeah, and I get that. That's 100. That's 100 for real. That's 100 for real. Good point, State. Good point, G. Definitely. Now we're gonna get into our NFL wrap up. We got a couple minutes to do this. I just want to say something. I just want to say something.
Oh my God.
I just want to say something.
Oh my God.
Is a man. You know what I'm saying? That number 7 out there for the Dallas Cowboys is a man. And guess what?
Price went up.
His price just went up. I just want you guys to know Diggs is a manimal, and yesterday's price
is not today's price.
He's a different man. He's a different man. And I just, it's like this, man. He broke a record that Everson Walls had. And Everson Walls played in the 80s. I was a kid when I see Everson Walls did. Man, this man got 4 interceptions in the
five.
Five interceptions in the last 4 games. That's just remarkable. It's remarkable. And not to mention my Cowboys are 3-1 right now. So great game today with the Panthers. We did our thing. We handled our business. Second piece of this whole thing is, man, well, I'll just let y'all say something if y'all need to say something about, the world's greatest. That star right there. I don't know did y'all team win today? I'm just trying to figure it out.
Man, go ahead, Tate. Go ahead, man. Before I lean into him real hard, man. Go ahead, Kevin.
I don't got nothing to say. We said we had to say about that during the intro.
Yeah.
Man, listen, man. The Giants won today. The Jets won today. That's crazy. And the Giants actually beat the Saints. I don't know what's going on with the Saints at this point. Is it Jameis, you guys? Do you think?
Hey, man, I had a friend of mine on Facebook that posted a post said, Jesus does just work miracles. The Giants actually won a game. Hey, but the Jets won too. Maybe Jesus is working in New York today. As far as the football guys go.
Hey, everybody in New York played a lotto because y'all are lucky down there. Y'all are lucky.
Yeah, do some research on that. With the Jets, when the last time the Jets and Giants both won on the same day?
Man,
it's been a
minute. I bet it's been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while. We'd have to definitely check that out, man. I mean, the Jets and the Giants, they were over, and I can't believe Tennessee lost. The Tennessee and you guys said it earlier. You guys said it in our NFL preview, but I mean, Tennessee looked better than what they're playing. I mean, I don't get it. Ryan Tannehill don't look horrible.
AJ Brown and Julio Jones both hurt.
Yeah,
they lost. Neither one of them played.
And Henry had like a Bill 50 plus rushing. So
157.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a difference. That makes a difference. And I said that it was going to come down to players that are hurt, and it was going to come down to the COVID list. Which I gotta keep talking about my Cowboys. I just gotta go back. I gotta back up. We're not at full strength. Carolina wasn't at full strength today. And then when you look at it, there are some players that are hurt. Some key players in key positions that are hurt. But I do believe in my heart of hearts that it's going to come down this season, because it's so long, it's going to come down to injuries, and it's going to come down to definitely that COVID list. What do you guys think about?
The Cowboys is still the 5th best team in the NFC.
Tell me give me your 4.
Arizona number 1. Arizona Cardinals 4-0. They just beat the brake shoes off the Rams. They beat the Rams like the Rams stole something. They beat them down. So the Arizona's number 1. Tampa Bay's number 2. The Rams probably still is number 3. The Green Bay Packers are 4. The Cowboys are 5.
I can agree on the Rams and the Cardinals. The verdict is still out on Tampa Bay. I still think they're better than the Cowboys. I'll say that. My thing is I'm waiting for their defense to step up and become the defense of old. And I think, they've had some players that were hurt. They've got a lot of defensive backs that are hurt at this moment and at this time. And I think that
Richard Sherman gonna start tonight.
Yeah.
Is he gonna start tonight?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. See, that'll help. I mean, Tampa Bay with their defensive backs, that back end was way better at the end of the year last year than it is right now. I mean,
but what team in the NFL right now is truly, like you would say, oh man, their defense? I don't think there is anybody.
Nope.
I mean, I thought Tampa Bay's defense was gonna be good.
Rams.
They give up a record amount of passing yards for the first 3 games.
Yeah.
I thought the Rams defense was gonna be good. Kyler Murray just ran through them today. I thought the Steelers defense was gonna be good. Aaron Rodgers had his way with them for the most part. They was like 7 for 9 on third downs conversion last I saw.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm trying to think about as I just mentally go across the league, what team? Buffalo, but they ain't played nobody. Buffalo got 2 shutouts. Miami is trash, and they shut out the Texans today.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you see in our fantasy football league, Big G, I played them and I got mega points, and I'm going to go 4-0 in both leagues again this week. I'm just saying. Go ahead, Mark.
Hey, I got to give a shout out to Payday, man, because Payday beat me down in fantasy football today. Hey, listen, Payday had 4 or 5 dudes that hit over 35 points, including Tyreek Hill that hit for like 52. Hey, Pay, you out of your business, man. I'll give you a shout, man, because, man, I got beat down. Like I stole something.
I don't think, and to answer your question, Tate, I don't think that there is a truly dominating defense.
Well, hold on, Ma. Big G, you down 192 to 75.
Beat down. Beat down.
All right, go ahead, Ma. I'm sorry.
I got T. Higgins and Christian McCaffrey on inactives. It's not even close. It's not even close. But he hit Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott, for the Carolina Panthers, T. Higgins, Tyreek Hill, they all hit today. They all hit.
I mean, but you got to know Tyreek was going to have a great game. They were playing the Eagles, which is, woof.
I got him on my team in your league, Mod, and guess what I'm doing in that league? I'm winning.
Yeah, of course. That's all you do is win. That's a fantasy football. You are the DJ Khaled of fantasy football. All you do is win, and beating is one of them things that I had the honor of doing. And I got to do it again. I have to do it again. I'm working at it. I'm working on trying to beat you again. That's gonna happen.
Hey, James Conner, 18 carries, 50 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he ain't play though.
That's trash.
I mean, ain't nobody playing on 18. Nobody plays
James Conner is trash. Listen,
he said he's trash. He about like a Zeke Elliott for real.
Zeke went for 120 something today.
Ooh.
Yeah, with a touch.
No tubs, a tub.
With a touch.
Okay.
On I think about like 16 carries. KnoItAllz Nation, tell me how many carries that Zeke had. Definitely spawned back in, but I know he had like about 126 on 15 and 16 carries. And you know what? I got to say something about Mike McCarthy. He scares me, man. Like he is, if y'all ever watched The Waterboy, he's the coach that The Waterboy had to help get his confidence back. I mean, the guy's coaching out a Coaching for Dummies book. Some of the stuff he does, I'm looking and shaking my head like, why? His time management skills is I don't get it. But anyway, getting to the end of this, what I wanted, we got 2 marquee games. I need you guys' prediction for these games tonight. The game tonight and the Monday night game. All right, we're going to start with Big G. Big G, I need you to go out on a limb and give me your victor for tonight.
I think Bill Belichick, man, stops TD12, man. I think Bill Belichick does it. I'm calling for it. It's a Jedi mind trick. It's a Jedi mind trick. He's going to be looking for me to the sidelines.
Patriots, Bucks. What's the score?
28-21.
Ooh, okay. All right,
28
all right.
21.
Hey, what we got tonight? Big showdown. Patriots, Bucks. Who you got?
Go,
You going with the GOAT?
go,
What's the score?
go 31, Belichick 20.
Wow, y'all are making this game close.
That's close. 31-20 in the NFL. That ain't close.
It's 11 points. Listen, man. I'm saying it again. They'll barely get a touchdown. New England will barely have 10 points. I'm saying 38-10 Tampa Bay, and we're getting out. He's gonna beat the hell out of Belichick tonight.
Wow.
I think he beats the heck out of Belichick. Now in the Monday night game, we got the Bolts and Los Angeles and excuse me,
Bolts.
we got the Bolts and we have the Las Vegas Raiders. Who y'all got? This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna be a good one. Who y'all got?
Man, I got a buddy of mine over this way, man, and he loved the Raiders, man. He's a huge Raider fan. They beat Pittsburgh, man. This Joker wore a you remember the wrestling mask? He had a Raiders wrestling mask. He wore that Joker all day long too. Like, man. So he loved the Raiders, and they beat Pittsburgh. He's doing all this talking, man, and the Raiders have been in the playoffs one time in the last 20 years. I tell him that he don't seem to care, though. He's just so hyped about being 3-0. So I got to go against the Raiders. So I'm taking – I don't want to hear this dude mouth if they go 4-0. I'm tired of 3-0. I said, man, I didn't talk this much. Pittsburgh was 11-0 last year, man. I ain't never said nothing. But, so I got the Chargers. It's going to be – it's SoFi too, right?
Yeah.
Who you got?
Yeah.
What's the score?
I got the Chargers. I think that's going to be a close game. I got the Chargers winning 27-24.
Well, I'm going to go next on this one, man. I have the Chargers as well, and I got the Chargers winning 28-17. It's going to be closer than it looks at the end. I think they'll pull away, get a defensive touchdown, and score at the end. So we're looking about 28-17. I think that'll be the Chargers winning that one.
And you know what, Ron? I got the Raiders winning. Let me just say that I got the Raiders winning.
Oh,
on Thanksgiving. Go ahead.
Who you got? Who you got, Big G?
I got the Chargers 34-21 in a blowout. 34. I think Justin Herbert is in the running to potentially be the MVP of the NFL. He's really that good. And I think they got a lot of weapons out there, man. We ain't seen Bosa show up yet. It's time. It's Bosa time.
You just posted a message putting Justin Herbert on the trading block.
Sure did, because I need players in fantasy football to win. Got to put it in. But listen, I believe the reason why I'm putting Herbert on the block is because I got Sam Darnold, and I believe Sam Darnold is for real.
Okay.
I got Sam Darnold, and I'll play Sam Darnold at quarterback. And if I can get a couple of good players for Justin Herbert, I'll trade him.
Hey, Ma, you know why I said I picked the Raiders on Thanksgiving, right?
What I just knew you didn't pick them for this game. So you
they play the Cowboys on Thanksgiving.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen. Anyway,
hey, I got a question. I got a question to ask y'all. Does any 1-3 team make the playoffs this year?
I'd have to know.
The Steelers.
All right, so who's 1-3 is the Vikings, the Steelers, the Eagles, the Dolphins, the Colts, the Falcons, the Giants, the Jets, and the Texans.
The only one that I think that has a real shot is the Steelers and the Dolphins. That's it. I couldn't see anybody else out of that list having a better shot than those two.
Tay, you said the Steelers make it? Yeah, I still believe, man. We done been 1-3 and 0-4 before, and then been a losing season. So, we just got to win these divisional games, and we got to get on a winning streak, man. We at least got to win 2 in a row to get back to 500. I think we got Denver up next, and I don't remember who else.
Well, definitely we got these big marquee games that are about to start, man. We thank y'all for coming in, Know It All Nation, and kicking it with us on this Sunday.
Plug next week's show, man.
I got you. Definitely, if you like what you saw today, make sure you smash that like button and subscribe so that you'll know when we coming on. And next week's show, you gotta be here, man. We're definitely gonna have some entertainment for you, some education for you, and we're gonna have Pierce Austin, a family member, good people, entertainment barber, hairstylist in the entertainment industry. We're gonna talk the industry. We're gonna ask questions. And yeah, he came into the business doing Will Smith's hair as his personal barber and groomer. And you've seen some of his work, especially like on this GQ stuff that Will has just done recently. I'm gonna tell you that's gonna be a good one. We're gonna have fun next weekend. Definitely make sure that you show up with us here on the Know It All podcast, and definitely we're gonna show out. That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna have a good time. Hold on, before we go, I got a comment from one of our listeners, and I know you guys are not gonna like that. Chris said that Big Ben is Little Ben's now. You know what I'm saying? Chris,
Big Ben's old Ben.
yeah.
Chris like the Ravens. We gonna pop the Ravens. You watch and see.
All I can say is Big Ben is no Ben in the legs or the back right now. He's horrible. He's a statue. But look, man, we will get back to you guys next week, same time, same place. Check us out. We out.